Welcome everyone. It's a large business time. Now, business paper, you are getting two different sections, two different papers. Paper one, small business and like sole traders and partnership, which we already done. And the paper two is mainly large business sectors like limited liability company and the multinational franchise model like that. Mainly today in our session, so we are going to discuss about the limited liability companies, the features of a limited liability company, the formation of a limited liability company, and then after that we are going to classify the limited liability company into two branches: private limited company and the public listed companies. And then you are going to analyze the advantages and disadvantages of each and every uh, limited liability companies. First of all, what is a limited liability company? So you have understood this concept, limited liability concept in the partnership sole traders also, which is liabilities unlimited for those businesses, unlimited liability. Now we're talking the limited liability kind of business. So the limited liability means when the business bankrupt, the owner doesn't lose their personal belongings. So they are losing only up to the investment. That's called the limited liability. Liability is limited up to investment. So this is the today like a topic, the limited liability company. So when you're defining a limited liability company, there is a nice definition in this handout. You can see here in the book, limited liability companies are business organizations that have a separate legal identity from that their owners. Right? Limited liability companies, business organizations that have a separate legal identity from that their owners. That means business is separate, owners are separate. Therefore, these businesses are not only limited liability, they have an incorporated status. Business is a legal person there. Business have a separate legal identity, means the business is a separate legal personality apart from the owners, which means when the owner die, business will continue because they have separate legal personality. So they will be handled by a board of directors and other managers. They will run the business. There is a separate legal identification is there from the owners. That's called the limited liability company. And the limited liability definition also, you can see their shareholders are legally responsible for the debts of a company according to how many shares they own. Right. So normally limited liability companies are incorporated. As I told you, unlimited liability unincorporated, limited liability incorporated. Right. You know the definition of incorporated also the same thing, which have separate legal identification. This means that they have separate legal identity from their owners. They can own resources from contracts, employ people, sue, and can be sued. And the other main features of limited companies are following like that. So owners have a limited liability. And second point, you can see owners, the business raise capital by selling the shares. So each and every shareholder, they have a share. So normally it can be in private limited company, normally shareholders are normally family members or friends. It's very limited number of people. But private limited company, you can see up to like 1 to 50. But unlimited number of shareholders you can have in the public listed companies. Public listed companies. So normally, when the shareholders elect directors to run the company, the board of directors headed by a chairman. So normally shareholders, they appointed a chairman to be a chairman to get the authority of the company. You have to have 51% of the shares, right? 51% of the shares. I mean 50% plus additional one share means like more than 50% of the shareholding is enough to get the ownership of the business. Right? That means you can be the chairman, you can make the decision maker of the business authority. And then whereas sole traders and partnership pay income tax, but limited liability companies have to pay corporate tax on profit. And to form a limited liability company, it's necessary to follow a legal procedure. This is outlined below. So in this one, these features I'm going to list it there also in my handout, the tube number 5, you can see limited companies. You can write down that definition. A company which has separate legal identity from that of its owners. And features of a limited company. So you can write down there, the owners have limited liability. Owners have a limited liability. Capital is raised by selling shares. They run by directors, and directors were elected by elected by shareholders at AGM, annual general meetings. The directors were elected by shareholders through AGM, annual general meetings, and companies pay corporate tax. Corporate tax. So those are the features which I have described in that textbook material also. This is summary. Owners have a limited liability. Capital is raised by selling shares. They run by directors, and directors were elected by shareholders through the annual general meeting. Companies pay corporate tax to the government, and you can see dividend for the shareholders. Dividends for the share. Dividends, DIVIDENDS, dividends for the shareholders. Companies, out of their profits, the profit sharing we call dividend payment. Dividend payment. Okay, now we are moving on to the, you can see this picture out of the all the business organization, like limited liability company, like can be the biggest form of organization. You can see out of the thing. So business startup and then become a company after registration. Then you can get the like a legal ownership of the business, private limited company, public limited company. You can see whatever the business, private or public. So all limited liability company types. In order to registration, in order to register, you have to comply with the two main documents, which is normally known as the formation of the company. We have to submit two documents to the company registrar. Normally, we call these two documents MOA and AOA, Memorandum of Association and Articles of Association. This is legal documents. When you're starting a business, that's why normally we are telling when you're comparing the sole trader partnership business with the limited liability company, we are taking this also as a drawback. Why? When your startup process is little complex than the sole trader, because sole traders partnership, when you're starting a business, you don't need to make these documents. These formalities are not there. You can just start the business. Only partnership, only we show that they are a deed of partnership. But other than that, the limited liability company, you can see there are so many documents you have to follow. So many documents, two documents mainly. We headed them as MOA and the AOA, Memorandum of Association and the Articles of Association. In the Memorandum of Association, this is the first document. It consists of the company details. It's like a biodata, like a biodata, normally company name, company business address, and what the business will produce. They provide their business activity they're carrying out, and statement of limited liability of members as a statement to sign about the limited liability, and the number and value of shares to be sold, how much they actually collected from the shareholders. It depends on the business to business, right? So how much shares they own and what is the value of those shares, amount of capital to be raised, and objective of the company and the nature of its activities. Let's talk about, okay, if you are starting a business like selling drugs, like pharmaceutical products, then you can say, okay, my objective of the company is actually operating in the pharmaceutical industry, importing drugs and then providing it to pharmacies, like that. If you are operating a hotel, you have to say, my objective of the company is in the hospitality business, in the entertainment industry. Then you can say renting the premises, renting rooms, food and beverages, making like anything, like so many objectives are there. MOA, you can see they have the objective clauses there. So it's all internal matters. Their names, their addresses, their limited liability, how much their capital they produce, everything. By reading this, by filling this form, the company registrar can get an idea, okay, what type of business is this? Is this belong to service sector? Is it belong to secondary sector? Is it belong to tertiary sector? This is important for classification of the company. And the second document is the AOA, Articles of Association. So you can see, usually for a normal person who can't produce this document, then you have to get the help of a lawyer. Company lawyers are there. To the advocates, then they actually, company secretaries, they actually do everything on behalf of you. You have to just pay their fees and everything. So they handle the documentation part for you, but you have to consult them when you're doing a hotel law, when you're doing like a pharmaceutical business or whatever the kind of business. They have some set of objectives are there. So you have to always get the professional hand when you're preparing this document, because there's a formality you have to follow. Some formal, like a format is there to follow all these documents. So that's why a little bit time consuming. I'm telling, company registration and company formation, a little bit complex and time consuming process. That's a drawback of any company than the private sole traders and partnership. And like some countries, it will take some days. For example, like a developing country, like say Sri Lanka, it will take some at least 10 days to registration like that. You take the application, you need to find a secretary, and then after that you have to find the documents, everything properly. You have to fulfill this thing and pay the fees for them. So it will take some time, like at least 10 days, like a 1 week, 2 week, it will take for the company registration. But sole traders, nothing like that. Sole traders partnership, sometimes registration also not important. You can just run the business. But here you have some restrictions. There are legal barriers for the startup of the company. Look at the AOA, Articles of Association. In this document, we have to show the procedure for calling shareholder meeting, number, rights, and obligations of the directors, shareholder voting rights, details of how accounts will be kept and recorded, arrangement of auditing company accounts, and procedure for appointing directors. Like that, there are some certain, these are the terms, like rules and regulation of the business. This is like a, similar to example, if everything, school, we have a school rules and regulation. If you go to library, the library, they have rules and regulation. Everything we printed in our school almanac, the student record book. It recorded everything in the Articles of Association, like similar to articles. This is like a constitution of a business, like kind of a constitution. Every country we have a constitution, the rules and regulation system, like how to appoint the president of the country, how to go for elections, how actually country operates, who responsible for whom, everything. Like that, in a business like a limited company also, you must have that set of rules and regulation, some system. This system was actually is called Articles of Association. Even if you making a, let's say, small club society, when you're going to register the society or club must have some constitution. Similar to the company also must have some Articles of Association which comply with the. This also normally secretaries like lawyers will be helping you out to make that thing. AOA. So it's procedure for calling shareholder meetings, number and right obligations of the directors, what are the voting rights, arrangement for appointing auditor, reappointment of directors, everything mentioned there in the, it's like a booklet, small booklet. It's not a one document. It's like a collection of, pages, and it's like a small booklet we call AOA, Articles of Association. So these are the main formation part of the company. We talk about in the text with the features there. They have a limited liability. They raise capital by selling shares, and shareholders actually elect the directors in the AGM. And they have a company has to pay their corporate tax, right? These things. In formation part, we talk about you have to, after providing that application form along with the two documents, AOA and MOA, you can get a certificate of incorporation. Certificate of incorporation. This document needed before the new company can start doing business. Before you start your business, you need to have this document we call certificate of incorporation. This is similar to like a birth certificate of a person, right? When you're born in the hospital, so normally the hospital they giving you a birth certificate which proves the place of your birth, father's name, mother's name, the birth details, everything. Similar to that, in the company form, the company register issue a certificate we call certificate of incorporation. So after certificate of incorporation, you have a company number, right? The company number itself, everything is there. So I'll show you one example. I'll go to the Colombo Stock Exchange. I'll show you one of the public listed company and their Articles of Association and the Memorandum of Association and everything. If you go to there, I can search about, let's say, let's go to the one of the leading company called, let's say, Valuable Finance. So Valuable Finance, if you go there, so I can go to their articles, AGM calendar, everything is there, financial statements, everything. If you go to the Articles of Associations, so they have, I can see the Articles of Association. They are upgrade the issuing rating of Valuable Finance, and then their profit after tax 1.7 billion, and then they are record like that. So normally every company they have you can see the articles you can obtain like that. If you go to, let's say, Melstaco, another diversified company in Sri Lanka. So if you go there, I can find out that also the Articles of Association. Here, Melstaco returns to pre-pandemic performance and everything, and company can go to financial. I can find out their financial statements, everything. So here in articles of association, everything, AGM calendar. So what is their AGM annual general meetings, everything they are holding, and then company profile, right? I can see in the company profile, I can see the certificate, their company address, right? Company phone number, website, and you can hear articles of association. Company founded in 1998. The company name and the secretary's name, auditor's name, right? KPMG, and company executives, the chairman's name, board of directors names, everything is there in this website. I'll download the articles of association. I'll show you what are the contents in the AOA. This is the articles of association. You can see it's the PDF file with 48 pages. 48 pages. It is prepared by the company secretaries. You can see PW Corporate. Articles of Association of the Milster Corp Limited. So this company, as I told you, the company objectives, rules, and it's like a rule book. It's like a formation of the company, everything. Rules and the rules contained in the first schedule of the Companies Act number 7 of 2007. Like that. So they have given all the rules and regulation. Here the company name, act, represent, meaning, everything, the words they are given in the first schedule. And then they have given the capital, liability of the shareholder, statement about that thing. They said the liability of the shareholders is limited to the amount if unpaid shares. So they mention in the article their liabilities again limited, because sometimes there are businesses unlimited liability. About their capital, how much the capital they expected to raise from this thing. The stated capital of the business at the date of adoption is presented as 75 billion. 75 billion capital formation is there. You can see by 1,000 shares, like always represented by 1,000 shares. You can see the stated capital rupees 75 billion. This is stated capital. As about all the regulations, everything, terms, issues, everything about the shares. Shares shall be forced to be shall be disposal of the board, and then rules and regulations. It's not a single statement. You can see 48 pages goes like that. Variation of rights, and then certificates, and then so many things you can see. This is called articles of association of a real company, and I can see everything. It's a proper legal document. Transfer of shares. What is the procedure if you want to transfer the company shares? What is the procedure? Is mentioning here under this number, section 40, section 41 line. This is truly like a kind of a constitutional document. This is important. Registration of the transfers, everything. You go to this one, appointment of directors, resolution of meetings, chairman, chairmans of the meeting, what the chairman's powers and everything, voting rights of the shareholders. These are the things comes under here. What are the shareholder, like as a shareholder, what they can do. So many things are there, and also directors what they can do. So this is the appointment and retirement of the vacation of the office directors. All the rules and regulations regarding that. Appointment of directors, retirement of a director, or removal of a director, or vacation of a office bearer, office director, like that. These are the things you can see. For example, you can see section 85 say you can't be a director. It's become prohibited by law for acting as a director if you have convicted of an offense under the act of punishable by imprisonment. If you go to jail and if you convict to some offense, let's say murder case or something like that, you can be a director of a company. And if he is convicted of any offense involving dishonest or fraudulent acts within Sri Lanka or elsewhere, foreign country or Sri Lanka, if you're convicted and if you become a convicted the crime for like a fraudulent or dishonest act, then you can't become a director. And also if you resign by, that's everything like that. So you can go through this thing, like everything, all the company, every company, general power of directors, their powers, everything. So it's a full document. So I'm not taking the full time to read the entire document. So that's why AOA, Articles of Association. So you can see in this page, page number 29, you can see the summary of the two documents are given here. Two documents, Memorandum of Association and Articles of Association. So Memorandum of Association state the names, company address, registered office, objective of the company, and amount of capital to be raised. In Articles of Association, we saw they have given the rights of the shareholders, depending on the type of share they hold. Procedure for appointing directors, not only appointment, retirement, vacation, everything. removal. Length of the director should be served before the re-election. Timing and frequency of the company meetings. Arrangement for auditing company. This is like only just a sample of item. Not this is not everything, but you can see actual constitution, actual articles of association have a lot of information. I'll share that information also with you. I'll share with you for, to get some information with you in our groups. So this is the formation. So two documents are there. What are the two documents? AOA and the MOA. And the AOA, it consists of these documents, and the MOA, it consists of this information, right? So this is the formation of the limited liability company, right? So this is the private limited company we define, and we define the formation of the limited liability company also. All right, now we know the formation and everything. The formation, we need to submit two documents, MOA and the AOA. So after formation, you are getting a certificate. What is the name of the certificate? Certificate of incorporation. Certificate of incorporation. So limited liability company must have minimum 2 members, but there is no upper limit, and this will change from country to country. This is the situation in UK. Minimum 2, there is no maximum limited. And company registrar will issue a register, like after issuing all the documents, they are issuing you a certificate of incorporation to the company. That is like a birth certificate of a person, right? So what is the meaning of incorporated? Again, a legal term which applies to private and public limited companies where the business and its owners, their shareholders, and regarded as separate, like a shareholders have a limited liability, separate legal entity. All right, now in limited liability companies, we have to talk about the two types of limited companies, private companies and the public companies. You might see sometimes at the end of the name, if you have a PVT LTD, something, private limited company, that's called the private companies. Like the business have a limited liability and it's called private limited companies, PVT LTD. But at the end, sometimes some business organization at the end of the name, they have called PLC. All the share market listed companies are PLC, public limited companies. What is private limited and what is public limited, right? Private limited company definition, you can see the private limited company is a limited liability company. You can see the definition here. It's in this is a UK definition. They call it private limited company, limited by shares, which means that the liability of the shareholders to the creditors to the company is limited to the capital originally invested. The shareholder personal assets are protected and with limited or LTD or limited after its name. Other countries have similar arrangement with different letters. So normally this is the like a definition. You have to take the only part of this, like you can see private limited companies is a limited liability company which is owned by friends and family members. You can see, and the name you can see these are the other thing arrangement. For example, similar names we are using in UK. We are using LTD or limited at the end of the name. For example, private limited company. Example, let's say Abans Private Limited Company, PVT Ltd, Abans PLC, John Keel's PLC, Sampath Bank PLC, public listed company, or sometimes limited companies. Let's say we have a website called Kapruka.com Private Limited, Daras Private Limited, right? Pereira & Sons Private Limited, Susiko Private Limited. Private Limited means like the business organization owned by like a family business. It's not listed in share market. In other countries, you can see the similar arrangements are there. Like in Germany, we call it GmbH, right? In Poland, in Polish, we call SP, ZOO. And Czech Republic, we call SRO. In Italy, we call SRL, right? Slovak's country, we call SRO, right? And in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, we call LLC, Limited Liability Company. So anyway, different countries, they have different names are there. We go to different countries. Sometimes you might be thinking, okay, if you go to Germany, it's not PLC or PVT. We call it GmbH, right? If you go to Czech Republic, it's called SRO. Slovakia, also same, Czechoslovakia, now Czech Republic. And Italy, it's called SRL. And UAE, Dubai, it's called LLC. So Sri Lanka, it's called private limited, it's similar to UK, PVT Ltd. So the business name ends with the limited or LTD. These are the features, right? And shares can be transferred privately from one individual to another. Share transfers is possible. individual, but it will take some time. In share market, if you're operating in share market, share transfer is very quick. So public companies, we can do it very quickly. But in private companies, it takes some time because you have to get the approval of all the shareholders. All shareholders must agree on the transfer and they cannot be advertised for sales. Shares in private limited companies cannot be traded in the stock market. These shares cannot be traded in the stock market. And these are, you can see, this is a Sri Lanka called Colombo Stock Exchange. Colombo Stock Exchange. You can see the listed companies of the Colombo Stock Exchange. Listed company directory. If you go there, A to Z, we can find out all the listed companies in Sri Lanka, starting from A to Z. You see Abans Electrical, Abans Finance, ACL Cable, Adam Investment, AIA Insurance, Aitken Spence Hotel, Amana Bank, Ambient Holdings, Anilana Hotels and Properties PLC. So at the end of the name, you can see PLC, public listed company. Public listed company, like that. That here we call it a private limited company. Today we're discussing about the small business private limited company. So most private limited companies tend to be small or medium size. That's why comparatively, like now we compare with the private limited companies and the PLCs. PLC is a bigger version of a limited company. So I told you there are two versions of limited company, private limited and public limited. So private limited is a small version of limited liability. Public limited is the large version or big, like a great, capital wise, investment capital wise, that's the biggest company. These are the features. So company name end with the limited. Shares only can transfer privately, nothing to the stock market. And they are often family business and owned by family members or close friends. Sometimes because of the two-member thing, sometimes husband-wife companies, husband and wife are the two directors. Or sometimes father and the son, family business, right? Father, mother and children, family-owned businesses, like that. So directors of these firms tend to be shareholders and are involved in the running of the business. So who run the business? Directors. So directors mean they are the shareholders also. Okay. Now, we'll see the advantage and disadvantage of the private limited companies. You can see shareholders have a limited liability. That's a one advantage. More capital can be raised compared to sole traders. Control cannot be lost to outsiders because you are not selling these shares in Colombo Stock Exchange. Because if you are working the operating in the stock exchange, then anyone can buy shares. But here, private companies, shares only can't trade it in the stock exchange. Therefore, you are secured. Your control will be secure. Business continue if shareholder dies. If one shareholder dies, business will continue with other shareholders. Has more status, for example, than a sole trader. Sole trader, the owner will call, I'm a sole proprietor of this business. But if you have a company, so you can introduce yourself, I'm a chairman of this company. I'm a director of this company. Like this. This is more status is there, legal status, like normally social status is very high than doing a sole trader or partnership. By introducing yourself as a company director or company chairman is kind of like a good status, like it's everyone recognizing you. It's like a high living standards and everything because they know, okay, company directors and chairmen are getting more money than working somewhere. However, there are disadvantages of private limited company because you should know always when you are reading, know the two parts, because these kind of questions can become for analyze questions and as well as even 9-marker questions in future, options, justify questions, and even evaluate 12 markers also. Therefore, you should know these points, at least 2 points, 2 advantages and 2 disadvantages. Main drawbacks is financial statement has to be made public. Anyone can download information, financial information. Costs money and takes time to set up. As I told you, MOA, AOA takes some time, costs money. You have to find the secretaries, everything, high legal process. Profit shared between members, more members. So already 100% profit can enjoy, but here you have to share the profit with one of the members. And takes time to transfer shares to new owner. Takes some time and cannot raise large amount of money like PLCs. These are the main inherited advantages and limitations of the private limited company. So everything here in my handout, also tube number 5, I have listed here. There are features and the advantages advantages you can actually write down. They have a limited liability, right? In the 5 advantages, you can write down those things. Shareholders have limited liability. Number 2, more capital can be raised. Number 3, control cannot be lost to outsiders. Number 4, business continue if shareholder dies. And number 5, has more status, for example, than a sole trader. Like that. So you can compare this thing, like, and look at the disadvantage I have already mentioned. The expense of setting up the business is very high, time consuming. Accounts has to be audited, and that is expensive. Increase paperwork. Details of the company accounts have to be published annually, and take time to transfer shares to new owners, and cannot raise huge amount of money like PLCs, right? So next one here start is actually the public limited company. So that I'm going to do it my next session. So today my main focus is all about the limited liability company introduction. So we introduce a limited liability company. The business, we have separate legal control from its owners. And we talk about the features of a limited company. Owners have a limited liability, capital raised by selling shares, run by directors, elected by shareholders, company pay corporate tax and dividend to shareholders. And we talk about the formation of the limited company. You need 2 documents to start the business. These are MOA and AOA. MOA start with the internal matters, like especially like a biodata, your name, address, directors information, limited liability, everything. And AOA is like a constitution of the business, like a rules and regulation of the business about how to appoint directors, how to appoint chairman, how to conduct the meetings, how to arrange the auditors, like that. It's like rules and regulations are mentioned in the AOA. And we talk about after registration, you are getting a certificate of incorporation, and minimum 2 members, maximum there is no limit, right? And in textbook is mentioned, like in UK, in order to form a limited liability company, you must have £50,000 at least, must have the minimum capital, right? And there are 2 companies we talk about, private limited and public limited. Today my main focus is all about the private limited companies. We define the private limited company, the business limited liability company owned by friends and family members, and name itself at the end is ended up with the LTDO limited. And after we talk about the main features of a limited liability company, and 5 advantages and the 6 disadvantages also we discussed, right? So that's all about the private limited company. I hope you listen, enjoy. So we'll see you in my next session. That's about the talk about the public limited company, right? Okay.